Good morning, people. Vernon, sailing, learning by doing. Marie over here, Mirror. Welcome to another video. Right now we're anchored in Gibbon Beach here in Port Hacking. We got here a couple of days ago. We didn't film the last couple of legs from, I guess, Bateman's Bay, Jarvis Bay, Ulladulla, those ones. We didn't film. We just enjoyed it, actually. It was nice. And now we're up here, Port Hacking, and we're about to start the engines up and go over there to Cronulla, to the sailing club over there. They've kindly offered that we can stay on their pontoon for a couple of days. And we're going to start, well, it's not really a refit, but we're going to start upgrading the boat. So we're here for probably a month, and we're doing the standing rigging, new solar, new mattress for the bed. I don't know, all sorts of stuff. We've been ordering stuff, and the Commodore of the yacht club over there, Paul Pill, is a friend of ours now, and he's been really kind to us, and we've been sending stuff to his place, and he's really helping us out a lot. Anyway, you'll meet him down the road. I'm going to start the engines now, get the anchor up, and get moving over there. To be back in civilization?
I don't really like to have a lot of people, but no, that's cool, and I'm more than happy than have some sun, because we had a lot of rain and the last legs were quite wet, so it's good to have some beautiful light and warm feeling with the sun on the skin. I really like it. Like the different terraces there, it's so nice.
Hasta la vista, baby!
We are in Cronulla in the yacht club.
Cronulla.
We were invited by Paul to come here, and we have dispersed for a few days, and he also bring with him all our order of the next month. So we're gonna start to open that and probably do some cleaning and some preparation of the boat for the next work we have to do.
What's the most important box we got? Show us.
Because I'm hungry, I would say the one with the Italian food, but I think the real one, my favorite, is the mattress. Vernon would say probably the solar panels, but I'm sorry, I'm not really, like, even if we need it, I'm less excited. The chocolate start good.
Happy girl.
Me. I don't know if you really know what it is. Like in France, I really love for breakfast biscotte, it's called. It's basically a bread toast, a small bread toast, but cooked 2 times, so it's crispy and dry, so you can eat it when you want and keep it for a really long time. And I was craving for that, and I found an Italian shop like that.
So what it basically is stale toast that no one ate, and then they left it in the sun for a little while to make it even more stale and crispy, and then they put it in a plastic bag and sprayed something on it so it lasts about 100 years, and then French people will love that.
That's not true. He has no idea. For me, I prefer the pour one.
Alright, first test. Crunch. It's proper, it's legit.
Oh yeah.
And what's the jam you put on?
It's a jam I did, but it's already a bit the end. I think we really like it. It was blackberries
And pears.
and pears. That's but yeah.
From Eden.
From Eden. Organic blackberries from Eden. And yeah, it's so good.
Enjoy your breakfast. I'll leave you alone now. Okay, so we talked about these. We've got a bunch of packages and it's all cool stuff. We'll show you what's in them soon. But I just want to explain why we're sort of excited about this. And I guess living on a boat, well, we don't have access to a postal address all the time. We're constantly moving and we don't really know where we're going to be, and especially not where we're going to be on what date we're going to be there. We're just like, oh, we're going that direction. So it's sort of tough to get stuff shipped. So when we knew, or when we decided that we weren't going down to Tasmania and we were going to go north again, we knew we'd be coming to Cronulla because our friend Paul, who's the Commodore of the sailing club here in Cronulla, had offered and reached out and said, oh, we can put you on the dock here and I'll help you out and you can use, you know, we can pick stuff up and all that. And he was being super helpful and I was like, well, can we send stuff to your address? And he goes, yeah, no problem. So gave us the address of the company he's got, and so that was awesome. So even a month ago we started getting stuff sent to his place, and thanks to you a lot, Paul, for that. I know, like, receiving stuff all the time, big packages like this, but it helped us out a heap, and he brought it all down. And so new solar panels, all new mattress, all the stuff that we couldn't have really got shipped somewhere. It's amazing on a boat to just have that possibility to be like, right, we can get everything shipped to here, because these days you buy so much stuff on the internet but you need somewhere to send it to. Anyway, let's open these. Okay, up next, this is a more fun one for me.
That's your real Christmas?
Yeah, this is pretty cool, and it'll be good for you guys. This will increase the production value of our videos. Quite hard to open this one. This is a new camera from Insta360. So you guys would have seen a video I made with an Insta360 up in Early Beach, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago. Well, they came out with a new model now, and they sent it to me, and I'm pretty happy because I really liked the other one. Yeah, they sent a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this. There it is. The new one, the new Insta360 X3. It's an updated one that I had before, and a dive case, underwater housing, lens cap, stick, and bullet time handle. So I have to say thanks to Quentin down in Tasmania, because obviously we thought we were going to Tasmania, and this had to be shipped from Asia somewhere. I asked my contact to Insta360 to send it down to Tasmania, because for sure we're going to pick it up there. And when I found out that we weren't, I had to ask my friend Quentin to please ship it back up to here in Cronulla. So thanks, Quentin, for that, and I'll pay the postage. I just have to know how much it is and your bank details, and then I'll get the money to you. Anyway, pretty excited. I'll be doing a video showing you this, and I've got a discount code for these, well, all of this stuff. I got a discount code, and you get the free stick, I think, if you use my discount code. And they're really good sticks because it makes the stick invisible. Invisible selfie stick.
This one, I'm waiting for it since we've got almost a boat. Because on Chilean that was easy to clean just with a little brush and a shovel, but like it's really way bigger. It's not even the double, it's probably the triple of the surface to keep clean. And we had no vacuum cleaner. And we have on top of that all these carpet. Do you call that carpet?
Yeah.
Like there's these little things by grabbing all the dust and all the little piece of food and things. So since we've got the boat in start of February, we didn't clean at all the floor, so it's so disgusting. So I'm pretty happy we're gonna start to have a clean boat.
There's two sorts of things here in boxes. There's things that make me happy, practical items like solar panels and things, and there's things that make Marie happy, like biscuits and toast and vacuum cleaners. But yeah, it's all good as long as we're both happy.
All dirty? No, no one like that.
As long as we've got enough solar power, babe.
I don't care.
How are we going to charge your vacuum cleaner without solar power?
True, true. we need both.
And we need dry toast to give us the
Dust.
power. Oh, it's the dust to use the vacuum cleaner. Okay.
Woohoo!
You look like a Ghostbusters thing. Show
Yeah?
sideways. Yeah, it looks like some sort of freaking Star Wars gun or something.
Yeah.
So this is a couple of new solar panels. We use more power on this boat than Schiehallion just because we have 2 fridge freezers. Otherwise it's pretty much the same. The autopilot's probably even less than Schiehallion. So it's just the fridge freezers really.
But maybe the inverter is using more.
Oh, the inverter's shit, yeah. The inverter's not, but that's not a daily use.
No.
Our daily uses are fridge freezers basically, 2 of them. And there's a luxury, we don't even need both of them because they're both half full. We could just fill one up, but one's in the kitchen and one's in another room, so it's handy. So right now we've been living off 1 solar panel basically because the 2 up on top of here are about 20 years old, and I've measured them. They're only putting in 1 to 1.5 amps each, which is nothing really. And this solar panel on the back here is a 180 watt panel, and that puts in 9 to 10 amps. So that's what we've been living off to fill our 400 amp hours of lithium batteries. And if it's sunny every day, it's just enough. But if we get 2 or 3 days of not much sun, then it just gets lower and lower, and it's not enough solar to then on the next sunny day get us back up again. So we end up just going down and down. And it's sort of been alright because most times in a week in Eden we were motoring over this side of the bay on a southerly, and then on a northerly we'd be over that side again. So it sort of worked. But it's not a long-term thing. So I ordered 2 more of this solar panel. So 2 more Energive 180 watt panels. So we're going to have 3 times 180 watts of solar. I'll talk about it later when I'm installing it. I'll just unpack it now and make sure they're not broken. Okay, I'm going to start taking these old solar panels off. They're apparently they're only 60 watts in this big surface. It's nearly the same footprint as the new ones that are 180 watts, 3 times bigger. But I have trouble to believe these are 60. I won't know until I flip them up and see underneath. But they could be 20 years old as the boat. And yeah, they put out about 1.5 watts each, which is nothing. And they're sort of like a rubbery compound. Anyway, they're not much use and they're going in the bin. I'm going to take them off and see how the new ones fit up here. Alright, Unisolar 2001. Yeah, so it is
That's quite
22
old.
years old. Yeah, 60 watt. Max short circuit current 4.5. So when these were new, they put out 4.5 amps full power, and now they put out 1.5 to 2. No, both of them put out 1.5 to 2. So yeah, they basically put out probably 1 amp each, so a quarter of what they did 22 years ago. But I'm guessing by the colour of them, they've just been sunburnt way too much.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely going to make an improvement in our solar input.
Vernon is coughing because I gave him some of my Italian biscuits with some chili, and apparently it's not really nice.
It's hitting my throat. Okay, so these are the 2 panels we're dealing with. This is the old one, obviously this is the new one. As you can see, they're very similar in size. This one's slightly higher and this one's slightly wider, so the footprint is pretty much identical, but I'll just read out the numbers real quick. This is from 2001. It's 60 watts and has a short circuit current of 4.5 amps. Open circuit voltage 23.8. This new one here from Energive, brand new, 180 watts, so 3 times the amount. Open circuit voltage 24.2, this is 23.8, so very similar. So anyway, this is going to put out more than double the power of this when it was new, and yeah, 8 times the power of what it does now. So yeah, that's progress for you. 22 years, we've got 3 times the amount of wattage in the same footprint, for the same weight, everything. So yeah, pretty cool to see. So I took the brackets off the old solar panels and I can rivet them on the new ones. and I'm just hooking up all the wiring to make sure it works. Yeah, this looks a bit bodgy, and it is a bit bodgy, but yeah, whatever, bodgy bros, that's how it is. So I'm soldering these two together, but there is a plug here to hook them on to the solar panel, so I can take them all apart again when I'm putting the screws and stuff in, so should be alright. But I fucking hate, I'm sorry the swearing, or maybe beep that out, maybe not. I just hate anything to do with cables and electric. I can take pistons out and do all that. Cables and all this sort of crap I absolutely detest. I happily pay for an electrician if it didn't take into August to get one. Okay, so I've finished the shitty soldering, but I did it pretty good. Pretty waterproofed everything pretty well. And I've just hooked up a panel now just to make sure that it works, make sure everything goes. I've hooked up this panel here, and I've got the Bluetooth off my Victron, and I've turned the other panel off, so there's only this one going. I've got breakers for all the panels. So right now, sitting flat at 4:30 in the afternoon, we're getting about 4 amps in from that one panel. And now, come down a bit closer. You're still on? I'll show you the power of turning your panels towards the sun. So, well, I'll zoom in a bit. That's the power that's coming in now from the solar panel. I'll turn the solar panel to the sun instantly. Look at that, boom. We're up at about 9 amps from that one panel. So tripled the power just by, now it'll go down, so I've put a bit away from the sun, we lay it down flat, back down to 3 amps, 4 amps. So pretty crazy. I mean, obviously these things will just stay flat. I can't do that all the time. The back one on the davits I can adjust, but obviously it depends on which way the boat is to the sun. Obviously that's why you need more solar panels than theoretical, because theoretically if you could always point towards the sun, we could probably do with one of these panels if it was from sun up to sundown, always following it. Now that's what the fancy land-based ones do. Obviously they just go with the sun, but anyway, so that one panel is working. It's putting out 9 amps if I point it towards the sun. Now I'm going to do the same with the other one. Then I'm going to splice them both together with this and see what they both put out, make sure all the cabling's all good, and then I can start mounting them, fixing them down. Black. Red. Red. Okay, so I plug them in parallel, and now they plug into the cable that goes to the solar charger. Okay, so now we've got everything turned on. Now let's see what happens. That's the ferry that goes to Cronulla over to Bundaree, Patangaby, Bundaberg, somewhere over there. Anyway, alright, I've got both of these plugged in now, and we are getting a consistent about 7 amps with both of them. Yeah, so that's about 15 amps coming in right now, with one flat and one up. So basically the moral of the story is that the two ones I had on before there, put in both of them together 2 amps on a good day, and with these flat and the sun over there right now, we're still putting in 7 amps. So yeah, we're gonna quadruple our power coming in for sure. So that's good, that's a win. Everything works, so I'll unplug these again now and then do the mounting and clean everything up and screw them down, and then we'll show you the end of that. Probably won't show you doing all that, it's pretty boring, but show you the end of that finished product, and yeah, good win. Okay, so this is our sleeping quarters, our bedroom, and I haven't found it too bad, but Marie hasn't been very comfortable on this mattress, so that's why we ordered a new one. We did actually buy this mattress topper sort of thing, and it's got a foam mattress in there, and then there's this one which is quite thin and quite solid. Yeah, so that's what we're replacing.
Gymnastic.
Yeah, it's quite solid. You don't really fit into it very much. So hopefully the new one will be a lot more forgiving, and we'll get a better night's sleep.
And the really nice thing, Angie-Helen, sometimes also, I was hoping to have a proper mattress, but the shape was like forcing us to like find someone who's cutting exactly.
It was a V-berth.
Yeah, it was a V-berth, so you have to find someone who's gonna like just reshape your mattress, and that was complicated. But in this case, we can buy just one in queen
size
and
bed,
it's really more cheaper than having a sur mesure one. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be really nice.
Let's get this old one out, clean under the bed, and get the new one in.
Yep.
Ready?
You're gonna need a hand.
This is heavy. We have an extra half a knot of boat speed when we get rid of this. It's really heavy. That's surprisingly heavy for how thin it is. Bloody hell. There's not a very performance cat when they built this. In with the new. Whew. She's heavy. I think less heavy than the old one, to be honest.
I think too.
So be careful and not let it attack us. Oh, that's the end of it there. All right. That's the first layer of stuff. Oh, so they used a super strong vacuum gun to suck it out. It's crazy squashed. So let's get this together. Well, what do you think?
Well, I think it's gonna be better. For the moment it's smelling a bit plasticky, so I think we're gonna let it take its form with the open window.
No, you gotta try it quickly.
I have to
Jump
try.
in there.
It's a memory foam top and a normal foam. It's a hybrid one. Oh, oh yeah. You can't even compare. It's like a cloud.
It's like a cloud. You won't need to spend hundreds on massages.
That's so cool. Try.
Oh, it is much better. I didn't think I'd really give a shit, but no,
that's way more comfortable.
Well, I mean, if you say it's like a cloud, you're just imagining a cloud you would fall through. But it is better. You do it does take your body form more, where you're not just lying on top like we were before. Yeah.
It's quite nice.
Gonna snore like a world champion.
Yep. I am the snorer. You're not.
Yeah, true. Okay, guys. This is coming towards the end of this video, but I thought I'd show you. It's a couple of days since I finished the solar installation up there, and I just wanted to show you, the results and how much power we've been getting in these last few days since I put that on. I'll show you here on the Victron app. So you can see from 2 weeks ago, I was getting sort of 300-400, maybe 600 watt hours in on a sunny day, and now I'm getting 1700 watt hours in, and today we were full. The charger went into float mode at 10 o'clock this morning. So yeah, it's amazing. You can see here, up here, I've got a solar voltmeter, but it only goes to 20 amps. So we're going way off that. It's we're way above that, and the load right now. So that means there's a fridge going. It's about 8 amps. But we've still got 16 amps going into the batteries, even though 8 amps is going out. So, yeah, that's, we're getting 24 amps in off the solar panels, and it's 11 o'clock. So battery's already full. So big win there. Even on cloudy days, we're still going to fill our batteries, because even though there's not much coming in, we've just got that much more potential. So that's awesome. I had to put a new breaker in. Each panel is on a breaker. So you can see right there, it went down to 8 amps coming in when I turn off the 2 on the roof. Boom, straight up to 26 or something. But that was only a 10 amp breaker, and it kept shorting out obviously. So I put a bigger breaker in, and that one's the single one on the top of the davits. So yeah, the solar is going really, really good now. Time to wrap this up, guys. If you really want to help us out, and we are doing it pretty hard, living on a boat. But anyway, if you want something for free, please subscribe to our channel. It does help us out. The algorithm, bloody AI, it does need a bit of a nudge sometimes, and you guys clicking that button, subscribing, really helps us out. And you know what? It's free. It doesn't cost you a cent. So that would be awesome. And if you want to help us out a little bit more, head over to our Patreon page here. We've got lots of different tiers where you can join up. This one's less than a cup of coffee. This one's about a good cup of coffee. Over here, you've got a few guys on this one. Do you know what they get? They get to come with us on this boat for a week. All expenses paid. Join us, be part of a video, all that. These guys down here, well, they get even longer. They get nearly 2 weeks on the boat, all paid for. Yeah, so that obviously, you know, becoming a patron, yeah, well, especially all you patrons already joined up. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't be doing this, spending 2 or 3 days of our week making these videos without you guys putting in some money. I mean, as much as I enjoy filming, it's a lot of work. So obviously, you guys are making this happen, and we thank you very, very much, you know, from the bottom of our hearts. It really does make a difference to us, and we hope that you guys look forward to the videos every week, and it makes a difference to you guys. So win-win. Yeah, other thing, on these tiers here on the Patreon page, everyone's invited to join the group chat on Signal, so you really know what we're doing up to date, day to day. Obviously, the videos are up to a couple of months behind sometimes. So on the group chat, it's daily pictures of where we are, what we're doing, what our plans are. I ask questions, I get advice from you guys, and yeah, so that's a thing from even the top tier to the bottom tier. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we'll stop this now. Next week we've got more videos here. We're in Cronulla. We're doing rigging, updating the whole interior here, saltwater into the galley, a rainwater system. Won't all be in the next video, but that's what the next few videos are going to be about. Anyway, awesome. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.